Speaking of that, what's your like typical set that you say you do?
Typical set that I do, and these are the gigs that I'm getting booked at right now. Traditionally, they let me kind of wander within clubby music, which is, in my opinion, 90s hip-hop,
Okay.
2000 hip-hop, all the golden era 90s hip-hop, but 2000 even to up-to-date new stuff. So if you catch me nowadays on something that I'm posting on Facebook, say, hey, I'm going to be spinning here, I'm going to be doing this, generally that's what you're going to get, right now. But where my heart is at, I love old funk. That's why they call me AntiQ. I'll play a lot of old dusty funk, a lot of roller boogie, 80s funk, Clear, Zap, any of that stuff. So that's where my heart's at. And on a good day when I get booked to do that, to do what I want to do, that's what you'll hear me playing for sure.
So speaking of that, what type of events do you have coming up?
Right now, I'm just primarily doing gigs in downtown. It's not even a residency. They just kind of call me and throw me on different bills because the owner owns a lot of the same clubs out there. Okay. So I do the Broadway Bar a lot. I do the Association. These are all in downtown. I do Bar 107. I do the Down and Out every Art Walk, which is once a month. On the second Thursday of every month, it's the Down and Out Bar on 5th and Spring, and that's Art Walk night. Okay. That's my one residency right now, solid, which is that. I do House of Blues Foundation Room a lot, which upcoming, I think I've got Santana coming up, which is going to be pretty cool. Okay. They haven't locked it in, but she told me tentatively to put it on my calendar. Okay, so I'm real, call me up and see if I'm open. Residencies have come in the past, but right now they're just kind of few and far between, so I take what they give me.
Okay. I can't remember, what is that one? I know there's like a funk festival.
Yes, I'm
like
doing the Long Beach Funk Fest.
Okay.
Yeah, that's August 18th. I forgot about that. Long Beach Funk Festival, they do it every year. They shut down a bunch of streets in Long Beach, and they have a lot of old school performers performing, a la Slave, LTD, Confunction. They get all these old school groups and they bring them back. It's free, which is awesome. It's free to attend. Obviously, there's vendors and everybody making their money with food and drinks and stuff like that. But within the streets, you're going to have DJs set up doing their thing, and I'll be getting down August 18th. So that'll be cool. Part of my DJ group, I DJ for a crew called The Backspin, which is spearheaded by Spinderella from Salt-N-Pepa.
Wow, nice. Okay.
She's my DJ boss. Her and old Dave, they get down in Dallas right now. They're on the radio out there. So actually, let me rephrase that. Spinderella is not on the air in Dallas right now. Okay. But her syndicated show still runs, like 15 states. Nice. So I do a lot of gigs with her. When she comes to LA, I work with her, or I'll bring her out for something I booked her on. We do a lot of holiday parties. I was doing the Capitol Records party for the last 4 years. I did Activision Christmas party with Spinderella and Erykah Badu this past Christmas, which was cool. So Spin is she holds it down. She throws gigs at me. She'll bring me out for gigs too, which is cool, super cool. Okay. So that's my background as far as who I get down with and who I book gigs with and how I try to keep my DJ name floating. Let them know I get down with Spin. Okay. All right, cool, man. Do you have a website? I'm on mixcrate.com, which is, I think it's /DJ AntiQ, so you can find a couple of my mixes on Mixcrate. I'm still kind of building my page there, but I got a lot of hits. I got a lot of people checking it out and downloading it, so it's mixcrate.com, /DJ AntiQ. Okay. I'm on Facebook under Anthony AntiQ, AntiQ. No UE at the end. Okay. I don't really market myself that hard like that, and I've got a ton of people telling me I need to Twitter, I need to start doing that more and build your fan page and this and that, and I'm like, work's coming as it is, and I'm super busy as it is, so I'm kind of rolling with the punches, but if there comes a time where, it reaches that level, obviously I'll be getting there and Twittering more and trying to build myself more, but right now this is my primary job, with my daughter to worry about. So I get it. DJing it's definitely a fun hobby, and I love it, and I would be doing it in my living room every day if I could. Right. But in the meantime, just rolling with what it is.
Okay, so
Having
speaking,
fun while I'm doing it.
I hear you, man. Speaking of that, hobbies.
Any other ones? I play basketball as much as I can. I'm going to play tonight in a little Tuesday night league. I played with the fellas in the Sunday league. The first week I started with Juan and John and a couple other guys.
Well, yeah, it's kind of funny. I'm actually going to be interviewing Juan.
Okay, very cool.
So yeah,
he'll probably touch on that. Yeah, basketball. Looking for music still. You know, if I'm driving by, like at lunch the other day, I passed by Goodwill and I just whipped around real quick and flipped through their records, see if I saw anything. So still collecting vinyl's fun for me.
Okay.
That's probably raising my daughter, dude. That's the biggest hobby. You know, learning her and learning how to be a dad still 9 years later. It's all fun and that's primarily where all my time is.
Okay. So in terms of, because I'll probably be sending this audio out to other producers, majority indie, cats. In terms of like making music, is there kind of like, I mean, do you feel like there's kind of like a formula, I guess, for a producer to kind of like try to get some love? I mean, in terms of a club, beat, etc. Or is it more like kind of to have your own sound or?
Oh, wow, that's a tough question. I mean,
because as a DJ, I mean, your job, I would think your job is to kind of get the crowd hyped if you're in a club, et cetera. So to kind of like go off the cuff and to kind of have your own sound, I mean, would you suggest, I wouldn't say suggest, I don't want to say suggest, but I mean, do you think in terms of the environment right now in the clubs, it's kind of hard for producers
to be groundbreaking with something different that's not the norm?
Right.
I mean, no, I don't think it would be out of those. I mean, it wouldn't be outlandish for a producer to go off the cuff and try to do something different right now. Only because I see it reverting right now.
Okay.
I see it going backwards a little bit, kind of back to maybe 90s golden era hip hop style. I'm DJing stuff. I'm getting a hold of music where it's very clubby and very trill or trap, whatever the hell it is you want to tag it. You know what I mean? It's on that pace, but their beats are sampling old 90s hip-hop loops or taking, like French Montana's biggest hit right now is he sampled Lords of the Underground, and it's dope. I play that song. That's one of my favorite songs of these new kids, this new stuff that I do play. And it's because it sounds like it's from the 90s, you know what I mean? So I see them reverting, and even a lot of their flow and delivery flow that some of these new kids are getting on kind of reverts back to the 90s. So if someone came up with something right now that was just completely different or stupid, like they used to say, oh, that's stupid, meaning good and crazy and off the cuff, then yeah, I wouldn't see it being, I think it would find its way, it could find its way into, see, now here's another issue is, do they want to get on the radio? Is that what these producers are gearing towards? If they say, hey, I want people to hear it, well, you might want to get it on the radio. Some people don't want to go that route. They turn it, no, we're not doing that. So, for instance, Shabazz Palaces, are you familiar with that project going on right now?
No.
It's Butterfly from Diggable Planets.
Yeah,
it's his new project.
Okay.
And he's with the producer, I don't even know his name, so forgive me if I sound ignorant. It's a DJ, but I don't know his name. I haven't researched it enough, but I bump it all the time, and I like it.
Okay.
So he's almost on like a drum and bass kick,
Yeah.
But Butterfly smooths it out with his very 90s-ish delivery still, and it's super smooth, real dope. So that's nothing you're going to hear on the radio, but if I go to like a little spot that I might, fancy, and I'm not DJing, I'm just there to hear music, the DJ will probably be playing something like that. It would get mixed in, and it would be cool, and it would be accepted, and people would be like, okay, that's dope. Nod your head to it. But it's certainly not something you would play to get them dancing.
All right.
You know what I mean? It's some head nod, funky out of the I'll send you a link, man. It's pretty dope.
All right.
They're actually going to be at the Echo Thursday night.
Really? Wow.
So I'm trying to go to that. So if you want to step out, we'll go check that out. Yeah.
Nice, man.
But I'll send you the link for them. They're super dope.
Okay. All right. Can you say your website one more time?
Right. It's www.mixcrate.com/DJ AntiQ, AntiQ. And then on Facebook, you can find me just at Anthony AntiQ Saldana, which I relish more friends. I don't mind, the more the merrier. But I do screen who I accept. So you could say, hey, I heard you, or I read your article on Brownglass, and, you know, I want to get down them for sure. I'll accept them.
Okay, you guys heard that. The
heard
Antique said, hit him up. Brownglass sent you. So, yeah, go support, man. Please go support.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks, brother, for doing
Thank you.
this.
Absolutely.
All right, man. All right, peace.
Word.